Hey everybody, it's Norris with the Norris Group. It is Friday, January 26th, and how do you feel about drones and their footage in listings? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. Don't miss the radio show and podcast this week. We've got John Bohannon of BuildZig about funds control. A lot of people who aren't doing major construction or additions might not know what it is or why it's even around and how it got started. But John Bohannon is here for the next 2 weeks sharing this week really how it started and what it does. And then next week we're going to be sharing some interesting things that investors might not think about, inflation in projects and so much more. So don't miss this week and next week with John Bohannon from BuildZig on the radio show and podcast. The National Association of Realtors reported existing home sales were lower in December, but up 1.1% for 2017 year over year. It's the best year since 2006. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported a whopping 4.5% increase in mortgage applications from last week. According to HUD and the Census Bureau, new home sales decreased 9.3% last month, now cutting them to 625,000 units. And Freddie Mac reported mortgage rates increased again, with 30-year rates now at 4.15 and 15-year rates at 3.62. Over the past year, 30% of all new jobs added in the Inland Empire were real estate related. So fields like construction, building supplies, lending, and sales. Wow, statewide that number is only 9.63%, so the Inland Empire is definitely leading the way. I love going to local construction projects just to see what they're doing, trends in building and whatnot, and it's fascinating to see how they're sort of using some different lingo when it comes to multi-generational housing. Some of the upgrades they're doing in the models has actually gotten better, at least here in Riverside, and they're building to suit. They're not building out entire neighborhoods and then selling. They're only building once a consumer decides to put the down payment and selects which property they want built. So I love to stop by. I recommend you do the same. Fannie Mae expects the latest tax reforms, if done correctly, will have a positive effect on the market overall and growth. It's in its 2018 Economic and Housing Outlook, it sees stronger consumer demand and an increase in labor activity driven by an influx in investments for business equipment. However, how aggressive will the Fed be on trying to prevent inflation? Well, that can muck it all up, but we will just have to wait and see. Zillow says that all $9 trillion of housing market value lost during the Great Depression is back. Well, recovery hasn't been even across the board. Some areas have shot right past peak prices and others are still lagging behind. For example, Las Vegas and San Jose both saw home values double, yet Las Vegas has still not gained back all its value it's lost during the bust. In over half of the large metropolitan areas in the U.S., home values are their highest on record. 4 California cities made the top 5 alone in values gained since the downturn, of course, California. A 27-unit rundown hotel in LA was purchased by the AIDS Healthcare Foundation for $4.6 million and converted to transitional housing. Housing and homelessness is a huge issue here in California, and cities are spending roughly $332,000 for a new affordable unit. This group basically paid $170,000 and some repairs for it. And what's great about it is it's up and running right away instead of having to wait sometimes for years to get affordable housing through the process, let alone the politics involved with NIMBYism. Not in my backyard. Nobody wants to see a homeless shelter. Well, some of these rundown hotels are already in their backyard, and they're not exactly known for attracting the right kind of individuals they want in their backyard. So this is a huge improvement, a brilliant idea. Great to see it. Over 90% of potential buyers start their property search online, and realtors are trying to find increasingly cool ways to stand out from the pack. Well, drone footage is definitely in, and with prices of drones going down, and the statistics showing that video in general really drives traffic and gets consumers a lot more interested in listings, well, it's becoming big. Add some compelling narrative on top of these great pictures, and you just basically have a little mini short film of awesomeness driving traffic. But what do you think? Real estate investors who are fixing and flipping, especially in high-end areas, are you using drone footage, and is it making a difference from what you can tell? Can you really track it back to the drone footage? I would love to hear what you have to say. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video, and if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. We'll We'll hit the road again in February doing our newest talk, Stay Put or Cash Out, and OC Phoebe will be back in the Costa Mesa area. We've been doing this to sold out crowds, and it's being very well received. A lot of people are really concerned. They think it's going to bust, or not sure if they should stick around in California and sell everything and move on. So the 6th will be in Orange County. February 7th we'll be doing that same talk, a much shorter version at the Arcadia Association of Realtors. So if you're in the LA area and want to stop by and you're a realtor, would love to see you. February 15th we'll be doing that talk at Tigar here in the Inland Empire in Corona. March 7th, Bruce will be taking part in the 2018 real estate market forecast. You'll see Thornburg, John Husing, and Bruce sharing the stage talking about what they see for the Inland Empire specifically in the years ahead. All these events and much more can be found on our website, thenorrisgroup.com, under the events calendar section. If you want more information on hard money loans, check out thenorrisgroup.com for fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction loans that start at just 6.9%. Check it out there. Or if you want more information on passive investing with trust deeds, check out tngtrustdeeds.com and keep your eye out. We will be coming out very soon with all of our Florida loan projects. If you're looking to 1031 exchange, or if you're following us and you're in Florida, we'd love to work with you. More information on that coming soon. But with that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.